What's it like attending a music festival 20 years after your last one? Who are the best female musicians playing at Download Festival this year? And what's it like these days attending as a female attendee? We catch up with our friend Rosanna to find out all those on International Women's Day 2026 on the Lowdown Podcast.
This is the Lowdown Podcast. This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Mate.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm just about hanging on. This episode is very late, so we'll apologise in advance for that one. We interviewed our friend Rosanna about 3 weeks ago now, with the intention of this being released last week in anticipation of International Women's Day.
That's right. Yeah.
My lad fell ill. I fell ill. Like I say, I went to bed last Thursday and didn't get out of bed till Thursday afternoon.
Shit.
So I was in a bad way.
Yeah.
And then now we're even depleted because Rosie's meant to be here.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's not well either.
Well, I've been antibiotics as well. We've all had it.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on? But we're back.
We're back.
Just. Probably in body, not in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so yeah, we're doing an International Women's Day and we're typically late. So apologies for that one. But yeah, we sat down with Rosanna, didn't we, a few weeks back?
We did, yeah.
Did an interview, which was really cool. And I think it highlighted quite a few interesting points because I think primarily Rosanna stopped going to festivals about 2006. And you do see a lot of them questions pop up online, like, have I left it too long?
Yeah.
You know, I'm 20 years older than I was back then. I don't like the question, am I too old?
Oh,
But that's the question that gets asked.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't think so because our members of our party are well into the 60s now.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
Rosanna obviously isn't. She'll throttle me for that one. But yeah, I think because we've constantly been festival attendees, you don't notice the little gradual changes that happen.
Exactly.
But I suppose, from going...
20-year gap.
It's a hell of a change.
And we think back to our first festivals, which was Sonosphere, wasn't it? Well, actually,
Yeah,
Leeds
Leeds.
Festival, 2007 for me.
Yeah.
It is a huge difference, not just in the layout and the map, and it's the attendees and the culture. It has all totally changed. So it was a really interesting chat with Rosanna, and stick around if you want to hear about her experiences, because I think it might put people's anxiety at ease a little bit. I think if you're wondering about those type of questions.
Yeah. Well, should we just go for that? Should we just pass over to Rosanna because it was a great interview and we're really looking forward to you hearing it. So
Brilliant.
we'll catch you on the other side.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So as you can see on the screen, we are joined by Rosanna, also known as Amethyst Stars, on our Discord group, on Instagram and all that sort of thing. So welcome to the Lowdown Podcast, Rosanna.
Thank you for having me. Hello.
No, thanks very much. We would like to thank you first of all for being, you were one of our first supporters, really, the first people that reached out and
really championed us.
And we really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And through the Discord group and that, we've all formed a community of friends and things. So it's really nice. So yeah, thank you very much.
No, that's fine. It's the podcast had a massive impact on me, which obviously, because we've talked about it, but I was going through like some really big changes in my life. And so hadn't been to festivals for years, kind of like been away from music and stuff for a while. And then booked tickets for Download last year. I still think it's this year, but it was last year, wasn't it? And I was looking on Spotify for something to just sort of explain what festivals are now, because I am now in my 40s and things obviously would probably have changed. And there you were. with your dulcet northern tones. So I kind of got a bit obsessed from that point. But yeah, the podcast's been amazing, like building the Discord community and just getting to know everybody. And it's like something to look forward to every week, isn't it? It's great.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Yeah, dead proud of the community that we've built, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's such a good group. It's weird because we forget that it's a Discord from the pod. We just feel like it's just like a big WhatsApp group chat. Do you know what I mean? Loads of friends just chatting.
Yeah.
And then every now and again you have to pinch yourself and go, oh, this is cool because kind of created from
the pod,
the pod, which is smart. So yeah.
Thanks very much. So could you introduce yourself a bit, Rosanna? So you're another northerner, which we're proud to say.
Yeah, another northerner, Yorkshire. My accent has increased a lot as well. I'm not quite sure why that is, but yeah, so I'm from Leeds originally. So sort of like grew up with the music scene around there. Leeds had an amazing music scene, especially around like metal, punk, goth, all that kind of thing. Went to uni there, so loads of gigs, loads of club nights. I mean, you could go out every night of the week and go to like a punk night. Slam Dunk, before it became a festival, used to go to that. Used to go to the Cockpit, all that kind of thing. And then, I don't know, roll on like 25 years or something. And I live in Lincolnshire now, but we are in the process of moving back up north. So we'll be back in God's country soon. I work for a company called Bird and Blend, which again, through the podcast, I came across Heavy Metal Therapy, and I've been doing some work with them to start peer support groups across some of the stores, which has been quite a big project, but it's been fun, it's been successful. So yeah, that's me really.
Yeah, brilliant. So on to the Heavy Metal Therapy sort of thing. So you heard about that through the podcast, and since then you've managed to get in touch with Angela and start a few now at the Bird and Blend tea room. So just tell us a bit about that, please.
So you were talking about it, I think was it Angela that was on the pod? Yeah. So I heard the interview and it was just quite intriguing really, because I've never heard of anything like it before. And I think, I've had my own mental health struggles. I mean, who hasn't? I think everyone has, haven't they? Yeah. And I think if you say that you haven't, either you've not admitted it to yourself or you've been incredibly lucky and just sailed through life with no problems. But yeah, I've, experienced my own challenges and issues and things like that. And it just sounded quite interesting to view it through sort of like through the filter of metal, if that makes sense, and alternative music. And it appealed to me because I think going back to when I was like a teenager and even at uni and stuff like that, it was still quite other to be a goth. I was a goth and like full goth as well. So, I got bullied at school for that. It was quite difficult to be that person at that time because we're going back to, God, this is going to show my age now, like mid to late 90s. So, everyone was a dirty mosher and all that kind of thing. There wasn't many of us, until we started going to club nights and stuff and sort of met people that were into it as well. So I understand that whole feeling of being on the outside. And I don't know if it is as prevalent now. It probably is. It's probably because I'm older and I don't notice as much maybe. But I just thought it was a really good way to help people or support people that felt like they couldn't maybe go and get support through more traditional methods, which is kind of the whole point of heavy metal therapy, isn't it? So I got in touch with it was Kevin actually, who's like the admin. Have you met Kevin? Have you come across Kevin?
I haven't actually, no, not yet. No.
Yeah. So I got in touch. No, that's not true actually. It was Nurse Ratchet.
Yes, Angela.
Yeah, through Instagram. Yeah, is that Angela?
That's Angela. Yeah,
that is Angela. Right. Okay. Yeah. So I got in touch. She must have thought like, who the hell is this? Because I was going on about you two and the podcast, and I'd heard it, and I thought it was great, and like probably sent her about 15 messages, and she was probably thinking, Christ Almighty. So we got chatting a bit, and then she put me in touch with Kevin, and it kind of just went from there, really. Because Bird and Blend that I work for, we're a shop, we sell tea. We've got over 100 different kinds of tea, if anyone's, interested in that kind of thing. But we're a B Corporation, which means we're about people and the planet before profit. So a lot of my job it's not just making money and, keeping the team performing and that kind of thing. It's about creating a community and being part of that community as well. So it kind of made sense really to give it a go in York and see if we could get a peer support group up and running, because York is, I mean, it's a fantastic city. It's got all the history, it's got loads of tourism, not much for music scene. It's people might contradict me here, but from what I've found, there's not a lot.
No.
There's a couple of venues that have gigs and stuff, but not a great amount. And I think just because we can kind of run the stores, we've got a bit of autonomy to run them how we want. So most of my team are kind of into goth and metal, and we all look like we do. So it draws those people in.
Yeah.
So we sort of built a little bit of a community that way. And then when we started the peer support group, sort of talking to Kevin and doing the onboarding and the training, he was saying that it can take 6 months for people to start coming and to learn about it and to get an idea of what it is. We've had like nearly full attendance at every group because I think
That's incredible.
There's just nothing there. So I think it's almost a bit of it is mental health based, and it is for support with those challenges. But also everyone just comes and we have a good chat and a laugh and a cup of tea.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Perfect. That is so
cool,
it's
it? Amazing. And we've had people that have come to every session. We've had people that have kind of just dropped in, had a cuppa, and then headed off again. We've had people that have just been to one or two. But it's just been really nice. It's been really nice to see some familiar faces and get to know people.
How do you think the alternative sort of angle on that helps people from an alternative goth, punk, whichever subgenre of this wider thing? How do you think that helps just seeing people that are part of the same?
I think it just gives you a bit of a sense of it's okay to just be you.
Yeah.
Without any kind of judgment or anyone looking at you weird or making assumptions. I think it's that as well. Yeah. People making assumptions about what type of person you are.
Does it help as a little bit of an icebreaker as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think the first one, Kevin came over from I think he's Leeds based, but yeah, came over from over there to sort of support with us getting up and running. And I mean, thank God, because there were a few like silences and stuff, which I'm a terrible silence filler, so I just talk shite to just keep like some sort of noise in the room. But the good thing is that each group makes their own playlist, so we can always revert back to that. We've got an iPad, we just stick it in the middle of the group and everyone starts adding stuff to it. I think out of panic, we had pretty much the whole of Spiritbox's discography on there after the first session. But
it's so funny thinking of you all sat around in the tea room, with like Spiritbox, absolutely blasting out. And just We say all the time that it's an insane community, isn't it? The alternative community.
Yeah,
you can, and that, again, why we love Download so much. Bump into a stranger, and then before you know it, that's a cool patch.
Yeah,
what band have you seen there?
A t-shirt, a festival t-shirt you've been to as well.
Don't you?
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's like as well. Like we talk about music, but we talk about festivals, all sorts of stuff really, gigs, club nights, all kinds of things that people are into. A lot of talk about gaming as well, books, all that kind of thing, because you've got that common ground and everyone's sort of into the same kind of things.
Yeah.
So it just works. There's something for everyone to say, but equally, if you want to just sit there and don't say anything, that's fine as well.
Be around like-minded people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've got a few. Rosanna, like setting that up. It's absolutely incredible. We love everything they do at Heavy Metal Therapy, don't we? They're such a good group of people.
Yeah, we're big fans of them.
The fact that you've branched out and done that and supported it is just amazing. So I'm sure there'll be lots of people that are very happy with you that you set that up. So.
Well, York is up and running. We've done, I think, 4 or 5 group sessions now. Sheffield will be starting in March, so will Glasgow, and then Norwich should be up and running by the end of March. So they will all be happening. So my goal is to spread it across the whole estate of shops. There's 30 shops now.
Wow.
So I'd quite like to get it into most of them, but we'll do it one step at a time. But it's just nice to be able to share it, because Bird and Blend as well, it kind of attracts similar people. There's a lot of us that are like into our music, and there's a lot of people. We have like quite a large contingent of neurodiverse people, LGBTQ plus people, and I think all of those groups understand being on the outside and how it helps to be part of something. So it seems to fit with us quite well, even though we're all rainbows and sunshine and heavy metal's kind of not, but it just in terms of the ethos, it fits together really well.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That's brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
So at the start, you mentioned that Download 2025 was your first festival in many years. So when did you start going to festivals and stop, if you will? So when was your first window?
So this is horrifying, but 1999 was my first festival, which was the first year of Leeds Festival. I was looking it up earlier. I was like, oh my God, this is like dreadful, isn't it? In a good way. It brings back really good memories, but also makes me feel really old. But aging is a privilege, so we'll go down that line rather than,
absolutely.
Yeah, my skin's falling apart. But anyway, yeah, so 1999, that's the first year, because obviously it was Reading on its own, wasn't it? And then they branched out to Reading and Leeds. So I went for the full festival. I had a look at the lineup. I mean, I was definitely there. I have photographic evidence, but I mean, I don't remember a great deal. I was talking to my friend Jessica. She came to all the festivals with me back in the day. Yeah, we can't remember much, I'll be honest. I remember that first year, I'd got some sort of like weird paranoia about hay fever. I've never had hay fever, never had it then, never had it since. Took a load of Benadryl just to make sure that, I was good. And then drank a bottle of vodka. Why? I mean, it made sense at the time. And she can remember us going to the Portaloo. It was fairly early on. It was pretty hot that year as well, I think. I came staggering out, kind of stopped on like the, like the edge, like the, should we call it the lip of the door? Yeah. And the whole Portaloo just went over the top of me.
Oh, great.
I had a bottle of vodka in my hand, a cigarette in the other hand, looking obviously like really cool. And the whole thing just went over and just landed. And I was trapped for like probably longer than I care to admit. So God. Remember that bit. Can't remember seeing anything. No. Terrible. But yeah, went every year up until 2006, I think it was.
Yeah, so we'll have been at the same.
Yeah,
I went to 2005, so
2007.
Right. Okay.
Leeds,
I was there for Maiden, Pixies, and the Foo Fighters. But that's the only time I've been to Leeds actually. But it was a great year. Yeah.
I think it had calmed down a bit by then. The first few years were pretty exciting, not necessarily in a good way.
They had a big riot on the Sunday after Foo Fighters, but we'd already left. My uncle lived near Scunthorpe, so we caught a flyer and drove back there and had a bit of normality. But yeah, it was when they had all the bonfires and stuff.
Yeah.
It's had an interesting past as Leeds Fest.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and it's a bit kind of like, it's very Leeds. My sister always says that whenever anyone from Leeds goes on like the telly or appears, like on the news or something like that, they're always saying or doing something they shouldn't be doing. And I think that translates to Leeds Festival as well, because I mean, obviously we had bought tickets, but you could just come in over the fence. There were so many people that were coming in that probably weren't there for the festival at all. They were there for, some of the later activities. But I mean, even going back to 1999, I think they set the toilets on fire that year. I'm sure they did.
Not while you were trapped in it, I hope.
No.
No, that was
that you with your cigarette?
Yeah, probably.
Someone set the toilets on fire.
Started a whole tradition of riots. But yeah, I mean, it used to, like, the last band would play and then it would kick off. And I'm smiling as I say that, like it was great. I mean, it was quite scary at times, but we always seemed to like be camped really close to where it was happening, or maybe it was just because it was everywhere.
Yeah. We I remember talking to someone on the Sunday in 2005, and I said, who have you enjoyed this weekend? He said, I haven't left the campsite. I was thinking, it just because I was 16 then, and as a big music fan, it just did not make any sense to me at all.
No, and that's why we were there. We'd gone for the music, so we would like get up, go to the arena, spend the whole day there, come back, and then gradually everything would set on fire, and you just had to hope it wasn't going to get too close to you. But again, I think because I was thinking about it from the point of view of being young for a start, because I would have been 16 back in 1999, and being female as well, and I think we were just probably a bit naive, if anything, because there were like a few instances that, I wouldn't be happy about now, or if it was like, you know, one of my nieces or something like that dealing with that kind of thing. But we kind of just shrugged it off as like it's just something that happens and you put up with it.
Yeah.
And like the rioting and all that kind of thing. I mean, that is quite scary if you're not, you know, fueled on vodka. I think if we'd all been sober, we'd probably have been terrified. But
Kate and Rosie have said very similar, haven't they? Like when you're that age, you're just so carefree. You just don't.
Yeah.
You don't care. And we were similar. We should turn up to a festival with a shit pop-up tent.
Yeah.
No sleeping bag hardly, no mats or anything. And it's just like, whatever. And now we're like anxious messes before download. Have we packed our earplugs? I forgot my Baroccas for the morning. It's like my head's just spinning with all this stuff. But back then you just didn't give a shit, did you?
No, totally.
Rock
Just,
up.
yeah, whatever goes, we'll just crack a beer and we'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like you say about the tents and stuff, it'd be like the cheapest tent you could find. Everyone would pile in. If you brought anything to like even get changed into, you were doing well. Just pile on more makeup the next day. Don't bother. Like now, I'm like, it takes about half an hour to like take off makeup, apply creams, you know, eye cream, all that kind of thing. It was just like, just chuck more on, it'll be fine. We must have looked horrific, but it didn't matter at the time. So
I used to wear like jeans at festivals, like which baffles me. Even when it was pissing it down, just be soaked to the bone,
and they'd never dry.
And just be wearing wet jeans all week.
It's amazing we didn't come home with like pneumonia sometimes because just wore soaking jeans for a full weekend.
So when was the last festival before Download, Rosanna? When was the last one?
It was 2006. It's literally been like nearly 20 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How did you find it? Because obviously we're doing an episode for International Women's Day. How did you find it back then? Did you just not notice what it was like as a young female?
I think, like I say, there were definitely incidents that were not okay, but it was just the way that it was. You just kind of, you know, like you'd go to club nights and things like that, and there would be, you know, situations where, you know, people would be, let's say, too close if you were lucky, or maybe more than that. And you just put it down to that's just something that you put up with, and you'd probably tell your mates, and then, you know, they'd drag you away or whatever. I think at festivals as well, I can remember, especially for like headliners and stuff like that, because of course you'd fight your way down the front. You could be there for hours, couldn't you? You know, there could be other people that wanted to be at the front. So even just down to the fact that, you know, you were probably quite little and flimsy, you would just get like shoved out of the way, and it could be quite rough to, you know, without being too graphic, you know, people sort of like grinding up against you, or, you know, touching you when they shouldn't be, and that kind of thing. And you just kind of said, yeah, okay. But I mean, it's sort of, there wasn't a lot of social media then, you know, it wasn't kind of something that was highlighted. It was just part of the experience, and you just went with it.
It's sad. I know there's still a long way to go, but it feels like we're getting more and more aware, and these things are having light shone on them. And it's sad to say that Safe Gigs for Women is folding. But, you know, they've raised a lot of awareness, and, you know, you see cases on the news, in media, and I think hopefully as men, we notice more as well these days than we probably did back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got much more of a focus on it, going, hang on, mate, that's not appropriate. We flagged it in Satan's Hollow once in Manchester, and it was dealt with brilliantly by Satan's Hollow. But I think everyone is starting to look out for each other a little bit more than they probably did back in the early 2000s, which is great.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I did. It's like going to Download last year, felt totally different, different in that regard. Like I can remember going when we used to go to Leeds, and just gigs and stuff generally over the years. I used to always go with Jessica, my friend that I've mentioned, but we used to have to hold hands, because we were like, if we get split up, we don't know if we're going to be okay. And we did have an incident where she got spiked once in a club that we were, I mean, that was just horrendous. So we always kind of just vowed that we would just, you know, literally stay stuck together. You know, we would go to gigs and we would not let go of each other's hand for hours on end, and it would be the same at festivals and things. So we must have had a bit of an awareness. It's just that we didn't really acknowledge it. But yeah, you know, now when I went to Download, I went to see Gore on my own, absolutely fine, didn't bother me at all, went right in there, had a great time, and it was absolutely fine. And there were loads of women, which was really nice to see, kind of from teenagers, you know, to my age and beyond, and it was great.
It's definitely like even at gigs, where did we go and see? Like Sleep Token.
Yeah.
I'd say it was at least 50-50.
But yeah, probably more.
Yeah, maybe,
especially at Sleep Token.
But
But
couples as well.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, my
Different
friend
sectors, yeah.
Baines, he said, like, oh, I haven't been to a festival for years. Is Download just all blokes? I said, no, the split's pretty good these days. How did you find that it differed from when you stopped going to when you started going again?
It felt safer.
Yeah.
It felt more, and I don't know if this is a Download thing because it was my first Download, but it felt really inclusive and very kind of, everyone's just themselves, just getting on with it. Everyone's really friendly. I think, you've said loads of times on the pod that you can just start talking to someone based on like a patch or a tattoo or, just the band that you're waiting for. Everyone was just really friendly and really welcoming, which was good. I think as well, my husband came with me. He's not diagnosed, but he's we think autistic, and he really struggles with crowds, noise, anything like that. He was absolutely fine. I've never seen the man so relaxed. And he's not a big one for kind of like sharing emotions. Everything is fine. We're always fine. We don't get more excited. We don't get less excited. It's all fine.
Brilliant.
We went to see Poppy, and he turned to me and he went, "That was excellent." I was like, oh my God, Poppy is like, pushed him to these great lengths of emotion. But it was really nice to go somewhere and to not see him worried and concerned, and to not be worried and concerned for myself either. Regardless of the size of the crowd, regardless of which stage you were at, which band you were seeing, everyone just seemed like decent people.
Yeah. There's something, it's really hard to explain to people who've not been to Download how that makes you feel when you're there. And like we said loads, and we're like, you absolutely come into your own at Download.
Yeah.
So outgoing, talk to hundreds and hundreds of people, and you can just feel the weight kind of drop on your shoulders, can't you?
Yeah, I feel like it like melts.
Yeah. We call it our yearly reset. We say it all the time, but it really is. And it's so difficult to explain. You talk to some people and they go, oh yeah, okay, whatever. You've just been to a festival for a few days. But it's much more than that for sure. We feel incredible when we're there.
Oh yeah. And for a good while after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why we're doing the pod, because then we get to feel that way for a couple of hours every week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think even just going last year, it's like been quite a significant like event in my life. And that probably sounds really over the top. Like say to other people, it's just a festival. You go for a few days, you're in a tent, if you're lucky, the weather's all right. But I really felt like I was just myself for the first time in a long time. And you'd go sit on a bench, like where the bar is, like up at the top of the hill and everything.
Yeah.
And you'd just be talking to people, and a half an hour could pass, and there's complete strangers, and then you'd see them around the site and just wave and say hi as if you'd known them for years. It was fantastic.
That's amazing.
Really good. Yeah.
What brought you back then? Was it just the lineup, or was it something within yourself that you thought you wanted to revisit?
Well, it's a bit divisive, but it's Sleep Token. I was going through I was changing job after a decade, sort of in the same role in the same place. It had all been a bit tumultuous, like there was loads of stuff going on at the time, sort of just generally in my life. And I started doing my commute from Lincolnshire to York is like on a good day, an hour and a half, quite often over 2 hours. So I started listening to music again, and I'd not listened to it properly. Like, kind of I'd have it on, but not really taking it in.
Yeah.
And then started listening to Sleep Token, got completely obsessed, didn't listen to anything else for about 3 months straight. And in that time, bought the tickets for Download, because I was like, if I don't see them now, I might not see them, or I might, without sounding stupid, but like I'd not been to gigs for quite a while. It's probably like 5 years since I'd been to a gig or anything like that. And you just get in a bit of a rut sometimes, don't you? Like everything becomes familiar. You're just doing the same thing every day. And it feels like I've been through a bit of a renaissance or something. I feel like I'm 100% myself, to the point where people that have known me for years are like, you are completely different, but like exactly the same as you were, if that makes sense. But so it was Sleep Token. In the midst of the like obsession, I was like, we just have to go. We've got to go. And then from there, especially through the pod as well, when you kind of dissect the bands and that kind of thing, I immediately honed in on like the female artists and bands and things like that. And it's just grown from there, really.
What would you say to someone that's also, had a gap or has never done a festival before that might think it's something that belongs in your youth and to stay in your youth, you know what I mean? Because you see it all the time on the Facebook groups and whatnot saying, I'm over 40, or even some people in like the mid to late 30s saying, I'm probably too old for this now. What would you say to those people?
Just do it. Buy the ticket, go. You'll have a great time. It kind of brings you back to yourself. I think you're away from your responsibilities. I mean, the weather was insane, wasn't it, last year? It was absolutely incredible. So it was like being abroad. It was amazing. Whether it, if it pisses it down this year, I might have a different take on it. I don't know. But yeah, just go and enjoy it. And just, if it's reclaiming your youth, reclaiming your youth. If it's a bit of a move back to yourself, just go for it. Definitely worth every penny.
So, Rosanna, you were saying earlier about, through the podcast and things like that, you got into quite a few bands at Download featuring female members. So, how do you think that has changed? Not from an attendee, but how many females you see on stage at a festival these days?
When I was looking at the lineups earlier from Leeds, I mean, there was nothing. It was appalling, really, looking back on it. The Yeah turned up a couple of years in a row. Who else showed up? There was the Duke Spirit, who I used to like, but probably no one else ever heard of. They're like a Welsh band. Really minimal in terms of like female artists, female bands, that kind of thing. So I first got into grunge, and then it was Riot Girl. So it was like Bikini Kill, L7, Hole, Babes in Toyland, all that kind of thing. Yeah. A lot of screaming, angry feminists. And that is still what I enjoy. But you just didn't see it. Like I don't know if it was because there was no call for it, no appeal, because there's always been plenty of women playing music. It's just that I don't think they were getting booked. So obviously that is a massive difference.
That's a shame as well, because the 90s, like you've said, some of the bands there, L7, Hole, and there was Kitty and bands like Skunk and Nancy. There's plenty of bands. So for them not to get those higher up slots or slots at all is just pretty baffling.
Yeah. Every lineup I looked at, they were kind of on the smaller stages. Like there was Catastrophe Wife were playing one year, but again, they always seem to be further down the lineup as well, or they were headlining a smaller stage. And the one thing I noticed was that like some of the bands that were kind of like Queens of the Stone Age, for example, this is horrifying, but they headlined one of the smaller stages in one of the like probably 2001, something like that. All those bands were suddenly appearing on the main stage within a couple of years. None of the female ones were, and maybe they weren't as popular, but you've maybe got to put that down to media exposure and things like that. But for some reason women don't seem to sell. I don't really, well, not in that context anyway. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I've always been more drawn to female. I was going to say female generated music. That's a weird way of putting it, but I don't like the kind of term front woman or that kind of thing. It's just a woman playing a guitar, a woman singing. It's exactly the same thing.
And we were talking about this year's lineup, and obviously we've got Emily Armstrong headlining with Linkin Park on the Sunday, but we've also got Melissa Reese in Guns N' Roses. So 2 of the 3 headlining bands this year have actually got female members, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And the percentage wise, we were looking, I don't know, it's very difficult because you end up in a sort of a tokenistic sort of conversation, but we looked at the early days and it was like the percentage of, bands that contained that had a female member as part of them was under 10%. And I think it's now up to 25, 30. So it's a big difference, and they are popular as well. Like the Distillers unfortunately pulled out, but then you've got Evanescence, you've got Ghost with female members and things. So
and these bands are absolutely iconic, like Spirit Box.
Spirit Box,
Poppy, just really championing
and some incredible female musicians. And I mean, I went to see Alice Cooper last year with Nita Strauss on guitar, just absolute virtuoso musician. So I think
The Warning. Do you remember The Warning? Blew us away down.
So and what's good about that is, so now you've got 30% of the bands have female members, the young females in the audience will go, "If that could be me one day on that stage,
Absolutely.
killing
Yeah.
it." So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
what'll come in another 10 years, another 20 years, will be amazing in terms of seeing these talents that might not have,
for sure.
emerged.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think this is going to sound like a bit of a weird thing. You might want to cut this, but we'll go with it anyway. Having read many, many books and articles about Courtney Love over the years, because she was like my icon for a long time. I remember reading, she said something about, because obviously she used to, like, in her words, take her shirt off on stage, because if men can do it, why can't women? What I noticed when I was at Download last year is you don't need to do that anymore as a woman. You don't need to make that point anymore.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And I get why some female band members and stuff used to do it, because I think it did make a statement.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't think it maybe landed, but there just wasn't that didn't need to be part of it. And the other thing I noticed was how many girls and women there were seeing those bands. There were men there as well, like a good mix. But I did think kind of like going to see Gore and stuff like that. I was like, there's not going to be anyone there. I walked into that tent, it was absolutely rammed. I had to fight my way to the front.
Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And as much as I wish I'd got there a bit earlier, so I could have got a bit closer, it was quite nice actually to not be able to, on the basis of that many people wanted to see that band.
Yeah. And they were insane, weren't they?
Oh, God, Hayley's
incredible.
such an incredible singer.
We'd never come across
amazing.
them before until we saw them on the lineup and then did a bit of a deep dive. And
I love every
fell in
song
love
they
straight away.
released.
So good.
And Hayley's such a good front person as well.
Yeah.
Crowd control, the grit and the aesthetic sort of side of it, that she controls the crowd and commands respect on the stage is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were one of my highlights of last year. The first band that I saw actually, and I just thought they were absolutely amazing. She is just amazing, and she's incredible.
Talent.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah, the first band we saw had a female member as well. So
People,
yeah,
of course,
Emily Lodge on bass. So
incredible bass player,
and we'll be there again this year. We're very well, Johnny especially is very excited.
I'm
a big fan
obsessed with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
Yeah, I missed them last year, but they're on my list for this year to definitely get there.
Yeah, real good. Feel good time, isn't it, watching them?
Yeah, love them. I can't wait for the album.
Well done for mentioning them, Mike, because I like to get them in every episode.
Yeah, they're fantastic though, aren't they? Again, I'd not come across them until I started listening to the pod, and they do pop up fairly regularly on Spotify when I'm on the way to work now. So yeah.
Brilliant. Have you got any other female containing bands? I'm trying to get me.
I know there's not really a term for it.
Right.
Yeah. What for this year?
For this year, yeah.
As everything unfolds, looking forward to them.
Yeah, I've only just got into them. That new track that they've just released, I can't remember what it's called.
Is it Gasoline?
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You scroll through TikTok, it's every other reel for me. It's like that just comes up
really?
the chorus.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not on TikTok, so I miss all that kind of thing. But Anchor, is that how we're pronouncing that? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Yeah. I absolutely love them, a bit obsessed. So yeah, looking forward to them. And I like the fact they've got like a bit of an EDM aspect as well, haven't they? Which I think fits quite nicely. Like obviously we've got Electric Callboy and, bands like that, Villanova, that kind of thing. So that fits quite well. Who else have I got? I've got a list actually. Let me get my list. Hold on. Because we've been putting lists on the Discord, haven't we? Of like,
we saw that.
And all that kind of thing.
I'm too nervous to do mine. I'm too nervous to do it.
No, you must do it. It's part of the fun.
I just know they'll all be. I want to see every band there.
Well, that was it was breaking it down into 4 categories. It took me forever, and then I had to edit it again. Where are my notes? So, Scene Queen. I'm really looking forward to seeing Queen.
Friend Gemma's a big fan, isn't she?
Yeah. I think that'll be loads of fun. I'm tempted to maybe get a Bimbo Core shirt or something like that. Potentially, I feel like that's something to embrace. Lake Malice, I'm really looking forward to. I've got really into them recently. And then there's Dice Bits as well, who I need to kind of get a grip on what they're about, because I've heard some stuff that's almost like quite metally and almost quite doomy, and then some of it's almost a bit more on the punk side.
Yeah.
So I've not quite got my head around them yet, but I like what I've heard. And then Lowen.
Lowen, yeah.
I've not come across him yet.
Did Lowen played the Courtyard stage one? Either,
Oh, did they?
I think it might have been 23 or 24.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Another excellent band.
Yeah, I liked when you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been listening to them quite a lot. They've got like Iranian influences, which is really interesting, gives it a different dimension.
Yeah,
So
I know
yeah,
which
I'm
ones
looking
you
forward to
mean
seeing
now.
them as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No,
And
it's really-
I mean, there's so many, isn't there? I think there is quite a good female representation this year. There can always be more, but like you say, you know, two of the headliners have got female band members and things like that. So
things
it's
can't
looking...
happen overnight either, can they? Like you say, if you go right, you always see the thing of let's do a female stage for a day, and that's that's heading towards the tokenism sort of thing.
Exactly.
Where instead
it's performative.
it's growing organically.
Yeah.
And the good bands are coming through. They're not, just being thrown up there because they contain female members, but they're just getting booked because they're great bands.
Good bands and good
Exactly.
music. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I've also discovered a latent love of the Pretty Reckless, which I didn't know that I had.
Yeah.
We're the same, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, I started listening to, because I was kind of like, I don't really know anything, like I know of them. Started listening, I know like probably 60% of their stuff. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing them now, actually.
Yeah, it's good old dirty sort of back to basics rock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah. I think in a field with a pint, it'll be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're excited for this year then, mate?
I mean, if you can't tell. Yeah, it feels like it's coming really quick though.
Yeah,
as much as this winter has been the longest winter since time began, I do feel like the morning's getting a little bit lighter, the evening's getting a bit lighter. Like it's coming, isn't it? It's on the horizon. It feels like we're not a million miles away now.
Did you buy your ticket pretty soon after download?
Immediately. As soon as they were released. Yeah, immediately.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I had the whole panic because we actually left on the Sunday night to get back. So yeah, Monday we were literally just refresh, waiting for them to be released, and then complete panic trying to. I don't know why, because we were like very early doors, but yeah, there was actual panic and maybe a bit.
We were doing it in the car whilst I was driving. I think you had your laptop in.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It was so stressful, man.
Yeah, because we brought the laptop to help with the podcast, the live pod. So I was sat with the laptop on my knee, my sister's in the back, and because our download camp group, and it's mostly people from Barrow and Drew, who's down from Somerset way. There's over 20 of us, and we're trying to all get in exactly the same camp, and RIP, and the stress is awful.
Yeah.
So they need to sort that out. Give us a
and they sold fast as well, didn't they?
Yes.
It sold out quick. So yeah, I don't know what that means for this year. I don't know. Do you think it's going to be a lot of like people that are new to it, like 2025? Because I think, but like I'm only guessing, but like Sleep Token, I think brought in, especially with day tickets, like a lot of people that had probably never been to download before.
Percentage out. Was it 60% of people who went last year were new?
Had never been
to download. Which is insane.
Yeah,
I think we find with RIP a lot of it is returning.
Yeah, I think once you kind of go down that route, you end up a little bit. It's hard to go back. I mean, we will.
Yeah, I think we will
eventually, but
you won't. Why would you? That's crazy.
Just there's a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
Even RIP as well this year.
Yeah. Park Farm. Yeah. So we did Melbourne Hall last year.
Oh, did you? Right,
Rock Retreat, which I have to say was really good. I think it's a bit of a hidden gem to the point where I'm almost a bit worried about Park Farm as to whether it's going to be as good, which I'm sure it will be. But Rock Retreat was just, I mean, it's probably a bit more for the oldies. Let's be honest. It's a little bit quieter. I mean, people are still having a good time. Like people are still up at 5 past midnight, maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
But I mean, so clean. Like you could get a shower. You didn't really have to queue for it. You could always get in the loos. It was, fantastic.
Yeah, Park Farm's
it's very similar.
The only issue with Park Farm is it's close to the co-op, and the co-op has DJs on until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
But I didn't
Yeah.
notice it as much.
No, I didn't this year.
And we were actually closer to the co-op.
We were, yeah, to the year before.
But yeah, you'll have a great time in there. It's fantastic. And Park
Yeah,
Farm
yeah.
Bar and everything.
Oh,
It's-
this, yeah.
to be able to go and have a pint in a proper pub at the end of the day, sit
Yeah.
down and do your debrief for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's amazing.
We watched the
I
karaoke,
think,
didn't we, on the Sunday? And
Yeah.
it's just a nice debrief. Don't get too sad that it's over.
Yeah.
Just have a good chat.
Yeah, it's staving off that awful like it's nearly finished feeling,
Yeah.
isn't it? And trying to like eke it out for as long as long
Yeah,
as
for
possible.
sure.
Yeah. But I think quite a lot of the Discord group are Park Farm, aren't they? From
Yes.
Yeah.
what's been said. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that should
taking
be.
over, I think, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
by chance camped next to Jaggy Sean, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we were, yeah.
Oh, right,
and he
okay.
shouted us over as soon as we'd kind of pitched our tent, and he came over and we had a crack. That's the first time we'd met him
Yeah,
in
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. Robin and Jareth do RIP as well, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a good group of us there,
It'll be
really.
great,
Yeah, I'll get a
Yeah.
pint together in Park Farm.
To-
Yeah, great. Yeah, yeah. And even just sort of talking about the Discord as well, like it's nice to have people going to gigs that you're going to. Like Amber, we're going to see Creeper in Cambridge. We're both going to that, so we're going to meet up.
no way.
Bryn is going to see the narrator. I might be going to that as well, so we're going to say hi. It's just nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
just nice
cool.
people having
Brilliant.
a nice time.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Just surround yourself by nice people. That's what we're
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to do, don't we? So,
exactly.
Yeah. And just to sort of circle back to the whole mental health thing, it's a really positive group, isn't it? Like there's no one in there that's, I hate to use this word, but there's no dickheads, is there? Like everyone is
No,
a decent
exactly.
person.
yeah, they're also
Um,
lovely.
And there's new people joining all the time, and everyone's just been great.
Yeah, really proud of it. It's
Yeah.
just such a lovely, lovely, lovely community.
Yeah, everyone's supporting each other, in whether it be what they're doing, content creator wise, or in their own life, starting a new job, doing this,
Yeah.
that, or the other, and everyone's just, I don't know, seems to have an arm around each other. and
Yeah,
feeling
great.
really good.
Yeah,
Amazing.
definitely. Yeah. And it's nice that people are so open and happy to share aspects of their life with, essentially, people that they've never laid eyes on. But
Yeah, exactly.
I'm invested in people's businesses,
Yeah.
people's vlogs, all
Yeah,
sorts of things, new babies, all that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Like we're all like completely, backing each other up, aren't we? Which is
Yeah,
really
for sure.
nice.
Yeah, I'll just championing each other. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's
But, yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, really good group of people.
And thank you for being so active in that as well, and obviously messaging us and stuff. It's really rewarding for us. We don't do this for anything, do we?
No.
Just a good catch up with me and you. And it's really grown arms and legs, and it's something we could have never really dreamed of. Really.
Yeah, like we said, your message was one of the first ones we got. That
Oh, it
was
blew
like,
us away.
and we're like, wow, it's
Yeah.
nice that it's having a nice impact on people. Because like we said, the first thing was just to have a catch up with Johnny every week.
Yeah.
But that we're kind of hopefully making some people's week that little bit brighter is
Easier,
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a few weeks back, isn't it, when the pod came out a day early?
Yeah.
I think it came out on the Monday morning.
Yeah.
By
The best
accident.
Monday morning ever. Great, fantastic. Yeah, no, I think people do genuinely look forward to it coming out. And like obviously the download, chat and all that kind of thing and the band stuff, but like the technology hiccups and the stories from the past are definitely a draw.
Yeah, cool. That's great. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we've got some more trips down memory lane coming soon, haven't we?
We have,
So,
Yeah, brilliant.
there's always, stories that, to be honest, we'd forgotten about until you kind of go, you look at maybe a Clash Finder of the year and you go, I remember when that happened. And it ekes
Yeah.
out stories that you didn't even know were still back in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hangover story from the other week, I've actually told people that have no idea like about the pod, who you are, anything like that. I can't stop telling people that story. It just makes me laugh, like walking down the street.
So good. Still got a bit of PTSD from it, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm feeling it, and it's not even me.
amazing.
Good stuff.
So I suppose we'll probably wrap it up.
Yeah,
And,
sounds good.
thank you very much. Thank you for being part of the community, listening, sharing our stuff. It makes a big difference to us, and
Yeah.
helps make it all worthwhile for us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Rosanna.
No, thank you for letting me come and talk at you for nearly an hour.
No, it's great.
It's
Absolutely
great.
brilliant. Thank you so much.
No, and take care of yourself, and we'll see you at Download Festival.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'll see you there. Amazing.
Great.
Well,
Thanks,
thanks, Rosanna.
Thanks
Right,
a lot. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks again, Rosanna.
I've just had to rewatch because it's been so long since,
Yeah.
since we spoke.
Yeah, there's some great points. I think the key one is if you think, maybe I've left it too late, or I'm maybe getting a bit old for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, so just get your ticket,
Yeah,
jump in.
it is. We've said it a lot. It's the time of the year where we kind of get back to ourselves. You take the stresses of everyday life away.
Yep.
You're just in this little bubble of download for, well, I'm going to say 5 nights. It depends how lucky you are with tickets.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, we just feel that weight like drip off our shoulders, don't we?
Yeah, and it's lovely to hear that from Rosanna as well. I think she said it's just getting her back to herself.
Yeah.
Which is totally true. Everyone talks about your authentic self and stuff. It's absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
You go there, your weight drops off your shoulders, you forget about all your worries, and you just kind of just go with it, don't you? There's no pressures. We always say the only thing you need to worry about is where are the toilets and where's the nearest bar.
Yeah.
And then you're laughing, really.
Yeah. A lot of good bands as well.
Yeah.
As she pointed out, the likes of, we've got Lowen and Die Spitz. I listen to them a lot today.
Yeah, have you?
Absolutely, just like angry.
Yeah, I've seen
angry
people
feminist
bigging
punk.
them up in the Discord quite a bit. So
Yeah.
everyone must be running through the lineup, I think, this week. But yeah, really great female representation, I think, and increasingly so. which is
a lot of good variety in the
Yeah.
female axis this time round. Like, been listening today to South Arcade,
Mhm.
which are totally like fun time,
Yeah.
pop punky sort of stuff from remind me a lot of like 90s sort
Yeah,
of.
it's like No Doubt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani
And then next to that you got Lowen and Decessus and all bands like that are like insanely heavy.
Yeah.
So
great.
there's not, I don't know, it's as varied as the whole genre is, and
That's right,
and the female musicians are smashing it in all sort of different departments there.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's really cool to see. And as we said in the interview, 2 out of 3 main stage headliners have a female member in them,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
It is great. It's brilliant. And it is, we said it is very important. Watched a few interviews this week. Young girls in school seeing female artists on headlining Download. It's like, yeah, I'm going to fucking do that.
Yeah.
And then that kind of encourages them. We have the same at work, don't we? Like women in engineering and stuff. And
Yeah.
you have to be there and put people out there, make people present to influence the younger generation. Absolutely. Because if you can't see yourself up there.
Well, that's it. You see some older people sort of turning the nose up at it a little bit within this sort of positive framing of, you like say, women in engineering, women in music.
Yeah.
But I mean, we see it at work. We've gone from like, you have like one woman in an engineering office of 400-500 blokes to like this thriving,
It's amazing.
like the percentage division now is it's
You can't even see it, I would
No.
say now, especially in like design population.
where it used to be a surprise. Like if a lass walked through, you'd be like,
Yeah. It's brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm so chuffed with that. So, yeah, a really nice conversation with Rosanna. And again, thank you so much, mate, for joining us. You've been an absolute champion, hasn't she?
yeah,
From the offset.
yeah,
Some
very early on.
very nice positive messages, and it brought us to tears sometimes with some of the messages you sent over. So,
Yeah.
really nice to have you on, and we look forward to having a pint with you. Part farm.
in less than 100 days.
96 or 5 or whatever it is days.
Yeah, let's get back onto the Rywalk.
Rywalk, yeah.
Rywalk. Mix them up with Tom Talk.
But yeah, returning to a festival after 20 years, yeah, that must be. I imagine it was daunting. I couldn't think of any better festival than Download to do that with.
Pretty good going, just throwing yourself in there for a weekend.
Yeah.
A camping festival for a weekend.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
definitely.
It's brave. I like
And I
it.
think we feel so relaxed and at home at Download because we've been so much. We know exactly what to expect year on
Yeah.
year. I know where the toilets are. I know where the bars are.
Yeah,
I know where the emergency points are. And I know my way around. I could probably
Mm.
do it blindfolded now. And we do blind drunk as well. Some of
Yeah.
the nights. But putting yourself in a festival that you've not been to before at that scale and size is
yeah,
quite daunting. And when a few of the lads came last year and like Fraz and Baines, it's like, you just dumped in this field with fucking stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Going, where the hell am I?
yeah. And like they'd only done festivals with like 15,000.
Yeah, like
tops.
Kendall Calling stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really interesting point.
I thought it's really good though that Rosanna came to Download and felt the way we feel, if you know what
Yeah,
I mean. So it isn't just because we go every year that we feel like that.
Exactly.
It does feel welcoming to newcomers, and
Yeah.
you know, like she said about the change between the way female attendees were treated back in the day.
yeah, yeah.
And she said instances of behaviour that was just simply not okay, and that comes with a caveat because Download, there's 100, upwards of 100,000 people there. There's
Yeah.
always going to be arseholes. So
Yeah.
this absolutely isn't us saying everyone's great.
No, that's right.
There's always arseholes.
Yeah.
But I do think that the percentages are pretty good at Download.
Yeah.
And people will look out for you and will look out for that sort of
And we'll
behaviour.
call it out.
And call
for
it out, yeah.
Which is the most important thing, I think.
So yeah, look after each other because it's really important. Yeah, and we're still missing our female contingent, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Kate and Rosie still out. Well, but
50% down on the crew, aren't we?
yeah, Kate won't be long. Be nice to see her back.
Yeah, brilliant.
And yeah, what else is going on in the world of Download, mate?
What has been going on?
There's barely any tickets left.
Yeah, I had a look through the website before, actually. There's not much left. I think there's 3-day camping. Might be some rock retreat, I think.
I think it's just 3 days.
Just 3 days. And other than that, you just scroll through, sold out.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible, really. The amount of people saying it's my first Download, which I see all over the
Yeah.
Facebook groups and stuff, is probably the most I've ever seen out of any year.
That's surprising, isn't it?
It
when you
really
had
is.
Green Day and Sleep Talk
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this year feels like it's a pretty solid Download.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like they've put like 21 Pilots headlining. Or...
No, exactly. And obviously Sleep Token was a big draw for a lot of people with it being their first time last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the proper standard Download band. So it's pretty amazing, really.
Mm. You've got the Glastonbury element of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So yeah, it's getting me excited because we're getting close to it. I'm back to work in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Which means there's only, I think, 7 weeks to go after that, which is insane. So hopefully we can fight off all these flu and fucking viruses.
Get them out of the way.
Get them out of the way before
Yeah, I'm
then.
not fighting anything off at the minute.
Yeah, no.
Lying down.
So yeah, other Download news. They have released the fancy dress theme,
Oh, of course, yeah.
which was on World Book Day.
Yeah. So it's book characters.
Book characters, which I think gives you the green light to just dress up as whatever you want, really.
Yeah, it's like World Book Day for kids.
Yeah.
Going as Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah. Seb went to Spider-Man because he's got a Spider-Man book.
At least that's a comic book.
Yeah, true. We might get cancelled for this, but I'm going to say it. when I was in junior school, I went as Michael Jordan
Oh, you're joking.
from Space Jam
Uh-uh.
because that was my favourite.
I think we can
comic
guess
and
why
book.
we might get cancelled.
Yeah. Not good. Absolutely shocking. But just shows you the type of things people were dressing up at.
Yeah.
Then.
I went as a Native American.
Did you?
Yeah, I've got pictures and everything.
Jesus
Christ.
Bad, innit?
Yeah.
Blame the parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get you thinking, hats on. Wonder what we'll see. We'll see bloody all sorts, won't we?
Yeah. We always do Hawaiian shirts on that Friday.
We do, yeah.
Because it's easy and it's light to just chuck a...
It is.
I'm not sure if I could be asked taking a full outfit.
No. You see like full Star Wars stormtroopers and stuff.
Mm.
It's like, fucking hell. It's be roasting.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting like a new metal fancy dress.
They did that though, didn't they, a couple of years
Oh,
back?
have they already done that?
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone was like, what? Just dress as I was
Dress yeah,
going to dress
like
that
I
way
do
anyway.
now. think there'll be a lot of red caps on the Friday.
They had wrestlers one year were there. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was my stag.
That was your stag. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, because we had a picture with Hulk Hogan
And Gold Dust.
and-
What was he called?
Gold Dust. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave
So
those
random.
on.
I just love the randomness of it.
Yeah.
I think that's why I enjoyed sitting in that hair of the dog last year on the Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you could see right over the village, and you could just like have a pint and just watch all the. Well, it was just loads of vessels, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Which was great, all shapes and sizes, fucking brilliant, so good.
Yeah. And if you are in a band, of course, don't forget, I'm just looking at the date, you've not got long left to get your takeover submissions in. And the panel will be discussing them soon and start putting a lineup together. So
Brilliant, that's exciting for you.
Very exciting.
Any idea on numbers? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Won't see him till we.
No, I mean, God, it was over 400 last year.
Wow.
It was a hell of a task. But yeah, no, Hevs, John, Heyman and Trish will be filtering through all them and then
Great.
have a little listen to some new bands. It's one of my favourite bits
Yeah,
of the year.
there's some belting hidden gems in there, mate.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for download at the moment. We'll soon be discussing food vendors and things like that.
Yeah.
Once Kate's back and
And the
Fighting
District X
District X, of
Um,
course, yeah.
lineup will be up
All
soon.
the extracurricular activities.
When was it? About end of March, beginning of April?
I think it was April last
Yeah.
year that we started getting a
Mm.
few different bits. You posted that in the Discord, didn't you? The circular camping email where they said
Oh
like,
yeah,
District X might be changing a little bit.
yeah. I wish it'd take me a while to find the message, but it basically said,
They basically said that
yeah, they're
circular
extending
camping had been moved out of Eco.
the back of purple
Yeah,
to make room for a more spacious District X, which is the top of the doghouse. Where the doghouse is, it's
yeah.
that bit behind it. So yeah, maybe they're moving it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know when they run out of tarmac actually behind there. Can't be much.
No, it's not much because you're straight back into Eco, aren't you?
Eco, yeah,
Eco,
yeah.
and then where I was chatting with Stu about this on his 100 Days of Download, then it was Quiet Camp right next to it.
Yeah.
You were literally like diagonally across. You nearly had your head in the
You
doghouse.
might as well have just slept in the doghouse.
That whoever signed that off.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, it's
Quiet Camp going.
but yeah, exciting times. They
Yeah.
did need to do something with District X because it was just rammed last year.
Yeah.
It was a bit unpleasant in the evening time when it was dark and
Yeah, exactly. You just lost everyone, and it was just when you're having to fight your way through the village. It's not.
you couldn't
it's not
even
fun, is it?
stand and have a can of
No.
beer or something. It was
No, exactly.
it was insane.
So yeah, I look forward to seeing the map. Look forward to seeing what all that looks like.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
hope they give us some confidence that they put some more things in place. I know when they did the lineup teased and they had those books and it said better facilities
Yeah,
or whatever they all said. So I'm hoping we get a bit of evidence of that because that would be great, especially
that
toilets and-
seemed to be the biggest sort of focus for the Live Nation team when we spoke to them. So
Yeah.
I hope they carry on with that. One thing that I did wonder about was Park Farm because RIP Lights even sold out, wasn't it?
Ah, shit,
So Park Farm might be
we'd
absolutely
be busy.
mental, yeah.
Yeah, you're right actually, because there wasn't that many people in it last year.
No. I mean, when we drove past, it was like quite a barren
Full of
tent.
tents, yeah, from what we'd seen.
So that'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
Which is positive that they're bringing more people in, but you don't want it too busy, do you?
Well, the price of RIP is going up that much that if it's then
Yeah, what's the,
just another place that's absolutely wild.
yeah, exactly. What are the key benefits? And
Although I just want to sat in a camp chair with a can of beer at the minute.
oh man, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what have we got coming up? We've got another interview coming up next week. We won't let the cat out of the bag. It's not. It's something we've wanted to do for quite a while. Another element of the Download
Another leg
Festival
of Download,
community,
yeah.
that we've wanted to speak to. So, thank you very much to the person who's volunteered to talk to us. So I'm really looking forward to that. And
Yep.
I think it will be very interesting for people.
Yeah, I
to
do
hear.
look forward to chatting with them. and then we'll be straight into our deep dives of
Deep
the
dives.
lineup, which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Can't stop myself at the moment, just putting on a download playlist and listening to a load of bands. So yeah, it's great fun. So
Yeah.
stick with us for that, because people seem to really enjoy our views. Not that
Well,
they really matter much, but
No,
but,
absolutely not. But
if you're stuck to where to go and what bands you want to go and see, and
yeah,
we're going to go through every band, give our views on them, give some kind of comparisons to bands that.
yeah, a little bit of a pointer in the right
Yeah,
direction.
And it's good fun. So yeah, I can't wait for.
I think it's what I wish I'd had.
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
When you have them gaps and you go,
We were so narrow-minded back then, mate.
yeah, we were.
We really were. Just make the lineup out of the bands that we knew, and that was done.
we'd seen every festival
we'd-
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We'd seen them
There's
all.
Papa Roach again.
Not this year though.
Mm.
So yeah, exciting stuff. It's a real ramp up now, and especially when we get into those deep dives, we'll be well on our way. And then we're into proper festival season before you know
Yeah,
it. Slam dunk,
Slam Dunk will be around.
which I'm hoping to get to. Yeah, and then we're in the download before we know it. Oh
Amazing.
man. Good stuff. Well,
Spot
thank
on.
you very much, everyone, for listening.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And thank you to all the new listeners, because something's happened in the last month or two,
Yeah, it's
which
gone.
has really took off in terms of numbers. We
Yeah.
don't focus on it too much, but welcome to all the new listeners. Really good to have you along this stupid journey with just two mates.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
Nice one.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Speak to you soon.
later.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.